welcome to my channel. Allie here. Today I'm going to be doing a Nami sketch slash line walkthrough. While I'm doing the line work, I think I will be going over some One Piece theories as well as some of the latest chapters. So if you're not to date in the manga, I would definitely recommend either muting the video or clicking away now. I don't want to spoil anything for you. So yeah, but stay tuned for the video. I hope it'll be interesting. I know you guys wanted to see some theories and anime discussion, so I think I'll be implementing that here. But yeah, so like and subscribe, guys, and welcome to my sketch walkthrough. So yeah, again, today we're going to be doing Nami. I just kind of wanted to draw her. Actually, I did a poll for it on my Instagram, and you guys voted Nami as one of the 6 characters that I should draw, so that's why I'm drawing her. I mean, I've been meaning to draw her again. I haven't drawn Nami in quite a while, so you know, this was a nice little refresher. I'm going to be using for material, as far as materials go, I'm going to be using a Graphgear in 0.3 lead, as well as microns, Sakura microns, the usual. I use those for almost everything, and those are going to be in 0.05, 1, 3, 5, and 8, I believe. I'll have them lined up on the paper at the end so you guys can see the different pens that I'm using. So yeah, let's just jump into it. And like I said in the intro, I will be talking about theories for this last chapter and probably the chapter before, just because I was so hyped about the chapter. So if you guys are not up to date in the manga, I would definitely like either mute the video or click away now, because I will be spoiling. So yeah, but these last 2 chapters have been insane. So first off, I definitely suspected Kanjuro to be the traitor. Like, I knew it hands down. Like, I was having a discussion with my friends, and he's almost never mentioned in any of the flashbacks with the scabbards. So like, I definitely suspected him immediately, and he was there at Dressrosa. He was there at you know, he was there the whole time. So it only made sense to me that it was Kanjuro. He was at Zou. There at Zou. Yeah, no, I totally suspected Kanjuro. It was no shadow of a doubt that in my mind that it was him. He was so fishy from the beginning. I mean, he honestly never got too close to us as a character. I mean, even like, as much as I dislike Momonosuke, even he had more time with the main characters, and he spent more time with the crew than Kanjuro did. He was very kind of there, but I mean, we didn't learn anything about him. You know, the only quirk he had was that he wasn't a good artist. Wow. You know, like, I don't think we really learned anything about his personality. So I definitely suspected him immediately. I know some other theorists on here were thinking it was like Carrot or like, you know, one of the other scabbards, but I honestly, no, I didn't. For 2 seconds I thought maybe Carrot, just because some of her facial expressions were a little off in some of the chapters, but like, it wasn't enough for me to actually believe, because like, she never left Zou before, so how in the world could she have gotten the Vivera card to like to Jack when they invaded Zou? It doesn't make any sense. So definitely I had my suspicions of Kanjuro from the beginning, and that that wasn't that shocking, but it was still pretty cool how they revealed it. It's really cool how he's like a kabuki guy, which is like an actor, so I thought that was really interesting how they utilized his actor, you know, his, like, how he has like the whole kabuki looking makeup and facial expressions and hair and stuff, and how they utilize that as like he's an actor. So that was kind of cool. I kind of liked that Oda did that. Oda's just so good at being able to incorporate like aspects of someone's character's design into their own character, and like, in retrospect, knowing like that he was a kabuki actor, it could have been like a huge, you know, foreshadow, because he usually does that, you know what I mean? Like, he oftentimes, the character's designs are not unintentional, you know what I mean? Like, oftentimes their character designs are very deliberate and are often meant to kind of say something about their character. So I kind of, looking back, think that, yeah, hey, that was like super clear foreshadowing. I mean, aside from the fact that he was the only one there besides Kinemon that knew about Wano and Zou and Dressrosa, and you know, all those different locations that they were in the new world. So yeah, that basically sums up 795, I believe. But 796, oh my god, I'm so excited that Jinbei's back. I don't know, I've been so worried about him the whole time. He's like one of my favorite characters. When he joined the crew, I was so excited. So I'm so glad to see that he's actually back and made it back from Big Mom's territory. But I definitely think there is something a little bit sketch going on. I don't know how it is that he could have escaped and saved all of his, you know, crew members. I don't see how that's a totally viable, you know, occurrence. Like, I'm wondering what happened to his crew. I definitely think that something happened there. I'm not super sure. I know some of the theories floating around is that the crew members are dead and that he took them back to Fishman Island to bury them. I know some people were saying that kind of theory. I know I've heard that, like, he's made a deal with Big Mom. I'm not sure. I really don't know what happened. I think I'm leaning more towards the possibility of them not making it, just because, I mean, there's no way that they made it out of there. And how would he get to Fishman Island, all the way to Fishman Island, and then back over to where we are now in Wano? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know what happened, but I definitely don't think that his crew is safe and they partied it up, and no, I don't think so at all. So that's my hot take. But I'm so excited that Jinbei's back, and I know people are a little worried about Sanji being one of the monster trio, and now Jinbei's here, and Jinbei's pretty OP, so not OP, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see him here. This was a really good chapter for me. I was so excited. I know I'm wrapping up a bunch of chapters in just one video because I've been delaying doing a video on the reactions to these chapters, but I was so happy to see Jinbei back. I wish I could show you screenshots, but you guys are going to be watching my sketch, so I hope that's good enough. So moving on to this last chapter that just dropped, and oh my god, 977, guys. This chapter had so many twists and turns that I did not expect. Okay, at first I thought it was a really funny chapter. It was really funny how in the beginning I love Kid and Law, and I just love all of them together. The worst generation. I think Law is one of my favorite characters. Him and Zoro are some of my favorite characters. So I'm really excited to see how they're gonna work together. And Kid has been so funny in these last couple of chapters. I think maybe he's gonna be one of my new favorites. I never really paid much attention to Kid just because they never really showed him off. And I feel like he doesn't use his power really well. He basically has the powers of, like, Magneto. But he just uses them to construct, like, little crappy arms and stuff. So I really wish that Oda can, you know, utilize his power a little more, because his power is so OP, but the way they're using it is just, like, garbage, in my opinion. But I am excited to see Kid a little more. He's been really great in the last couple chapters, and also the reveal at the end of the chapter. Oh my god. So I know that there's been a lot of theories floating around that one of the popular theories is that the Tobi Roppo, the one of the shoes looks vaguely similar to Crocodile. So that's a really interesting, and after looking at it, yeah, I mean, obviously we look at the picture and one of them is clearly Drake's shoes, like the one with all the little studs and whatever. Those are definitely Drake's shoes, which is no surprise there, but the shoe at the very front here, it looks very vaguely similar to Crocodile's foot, which I find that's a pretty interesting take. I don't personally think so. I kind of feel like, because I know that CP0 is there, right? And the high heels in the background, since everyone in Wano dresses like traditional Japanese, but she's wearing like stiletto styled shoes with a fur coat. I want to guess that it's CP0. Oh, what's her name? Whatever, the girl from CP0, the Stussy. It's Stussy. I think that because she also, I honestly think that one of the shoes there is Stussy's shoe from CP0. So I'm guessing, and this might be so far-fetched and so wrong, but I was thinking, what if, hear me out, what if Rob Lucci is Kaido's son? No, okay, no, it sounds stupid when I say it out loud, but what if Rob Lucci, because for sure we confirmed that CP0 is there, right? And I honestly do think that the shoes in the background are Stussy's, because I mean, it's a Western style heel, you know, and everyone in Wano wears like traditional Japanese clothing. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that the heel belongs to Stussy. I mean, we already know that CP0 is there, so this might not be a revelation in the slightest, but I was thinking, what if, because I know the rumor popping around is that Kaido's son, which a huge drop in the end of the chapter is that Kaido in fact has a kid. A lot of people are speculating that his son is Katakuri, and that well, I personally don't believe that. I thought about it, but I don't think that's true. I mean, a lot of people are speculating that Katakuri and the triplets, the big mom's triplets, are in fact Kaido's kids, which I don't know if I believe that. I could see Kaido and Big Mom having kids. I mean, their relationship is very, very strange, in my opinion. I mean, they get along fairly well. They were together on the Rocks cruise ship, and I mean, back in the day, Big Mom, she was cute, you know? So I would not hold it against Kaido to have a couple kids with her, but there's a couple reasons why I don't think that's the case. The first one being when Kaido says, "Where is my son?" You know, where is he? We're having dinner. He specifically states son, singular, not sons. So I know that's not a huge revelation there, but these little nuances have been some of the things that I feel like Oda does deliberately. So the little nuance that he specifically states that there's one kind of blows the whole Katakuri and the triplets out for me personally. Also, the shoes look nothing like Katakuri's shoes, unless those aren't actually his son. I mean, I'm wondering if they're going to reveal the son in the upcoming chapter, but I personally don't think it's Katakuri. I kind of wanted that to be the case, because I mean, he's a fishman, right? Like, Katakuri's supposed to be a fishman. He's not. And I mean, I know it's unclear what Kaido is. I know, like, a lot of people have been, I mean, now that we know his devil fruit is a dragon, but it just doesn't seem realistic to me. Because, like, if Katakuri's a fishman, I mean, like, I know a lot of people were saying that, like, we don't actually know what Kaido is, so it's possible that, like, he's not a fishman and that he's part dragon or something like that about Katakuri's teeth and how his teeth are different from the rest of the triplets. But I don't know. I feel like it's a little far-fetched to say. But, I mean, I think it's an interesting theory. I thought about it for, like, 5 seconds. For 5 seconds, I was like, hold on a minute. Like, what if it is Katakuri? Oh, no. I mean, he's, like, one of my favorite, I guess, bad guys. He's not really a bad guy, though. I love Katakuri. He's, like, one of my favorites. His fight was one of my favorites. I think he's awesome. I love Katakuri. I mean, I guess maybe somewhat in Katakuri's, like, personality, how he's so just and fair, and, you know, maybe that, I mean, we saw that Kaido killed the old witch for interfering in his battle with Odin, so, I mean, I guess there's some of that character reflected in Katakuri. Now I'm talking myself into thinking it's Katakuri when I didn't think that going into this, but now I'm kind of thinking about it, and I was like, I'm thinking, like, maybe it is, but, I mean, at the same time, he should have been left in Whole Cake Island. I mean, Big Mom wouldn't leave her territory without leaving Katakuri behind, or someone, because we know that Smoothie is with her, and we know that, you know, a lot of her crew is currently with her in Wano, so I don't think that she would leave Wano unprotected with no one there. I definitely think that Katakuri had stayed behind, and I would love to think that the Katakuri helped Jinbei escape. I don't have any reasoning to believe that, but I personally want to believe that because I love both of them so much. but yeah, so that was a huge bomb dropped by Kaido at the end of that chapter, which I don't even know. It's been crazy, guys. If you haven't been reading, like, it's been nuts. It's been one after another of just all this information. I can't wait to see what's going on with Sabo over in the Reverie. You know, like, I'm so mad that they off-screened the Reverie. This is turning into a rant, and it's not a theory anymore. It's just me ranting about how upset I was. Anyways, so personally, I think that maybe Katakuri isn't the son, but what if it was Rob Lucci? I know I've been seeing a lot of theories online about Rob Lucci's father being one of the crew members with Brooke, but what if? I mean, they kind of have similar facial hair, and Rob does have an animal type, a zone, you know, an animal type devil fruit, which is like, it's a little precarious because all of Kaido's underlings have. I mean, I know we have the bootleg devil fruits or whatever, but I mean, even all his other underlings have either a mythical, yeah, ancient and regular zones. You know, we don't. It's kind of like how Big Mom's whole crew all has like food oriented devil fruits. I feel like maybe it's kind of similar with Kaido's crew. How Jack has the mammoth, and you know, and we have X Drake who has the raptor, and you know, I feel like a lot of his crew members have zone type fruits. So, and Rob Lucci has the panther fruit, or was it leopard or panther, whatever. He has a cat model zone. So maybe this is super far fetched. I think Rob is what, 30? Rob Lucci's like 30 something, right? And Kaido's what, like 60 almost. So maybe it's Rob Lucci. I feel like I'm putting on my tinfoil hat and getting kind of really crazy with this one. I feel like, as much as I don't want this to happen, I really do think that Oda might just introduce a new character. I don't want that to be the case, but I kind of feel like maybe he'll introduce a new character. I think it would be crazy if he said it's some character that we've known and, you know, loved or hated for the whole entire thing, but I have a sneaking suspicion that it may be just a new character introduction. I mean, I could be dead wrong on this, but I feel like it's going to be a new character, because I can't think of anyone that would be related to Kaido in such a way that we've met already. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Tell me what your guys' thoughts are on this. I've been just so mind blown by everything that's been going on, let alone all the stuff. I know there's a lot of theories about Blackbeard attacking Whole Cake and grabbing the poneglyph while Big Mom is in Wano, which, I mean, that would be crazy. I still feel like at some point Blackbeard's gonna show up, because I know he's trying to get that devil fruit, you know? He already has the best Paramethea, the best, what's it called? And I think he's trying to get the best zone from, he's gonna do that thing he did to Whitebeard, probably to Kaido is my best guess. I mean, I feel like everyone knows that already. He already has like the top tier devil fruits. So I definitely think he's gonna show up at some point. As much as I hate to say it, I really hate Blackbeard. I think he's such an insufferable. I mean, I know that's the point. You know, he's supposed to be a terrible character, but I am not excited for him showing up. I'm really excited to see how the fight's gonna go down now, because I don't even understand how they're supposed to fight off two Yonkos. I mean, unless Big Mom goes back to her territory because of Blackbeard, which is another theory. But I don't know, guys. What do you guys think is happening? Because I've been just, I don't even know. I went into this video thinking like I'm gonna hit point A, B, and C, but like I'm going on a tangent. But I don't know. Leave comments or messages on what you guys think is going to be happening. And if this is news to you, I'm sorry if I spoiled anything for you, although you were forewarned. But if I spoiled anything, I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up just because I think I'm hitting my time. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. And like always, I'm going to try and get more of these theory type videos up. I need to get more caught up in I need to get caught up in a couple mangas. I've been reading into Demon Slayer, but there's not much to theorize there. I mean, it's basically done, so, I mean, yeah. And then also My Hero Academia, maybe I'll start doing some My Hero Academia, theory videos. So, but yeah, thanks so much, guys, for sitting and watching through my rambling. Like and subscribe if you liked the video, and yeah, I'll try to get more content out, and of course, you can follow me on my Instagram. I'm much more active there. I post once every other day or so, probably around 3 times a week. So if you guys want to see a lot of the art that I post on here is posted over there. So I'll talk to you guys soon.